So it's really exciting to see everybody. Got Mississippi, Germany. Germany's 8th meeting. Okay, that means we've done 8.
Vancouver.
Lima, Peru, 2nd time.
London, UK.
Moscow, Russia, 1st time. Welcome. Niagara region in Ontario. Awesome, 1st time. Claude from Penticton, yay, there he is.
Alrighty, so it is Mother's Day, and so we noticed we probably have a few less people, but maybe we have some few more mothers, which is of course really. Please let people know if you're a mother in the chat. You know, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
And happy Mother's Day to the fathers who are happy mothers, and happy Mother's Day to the mothers who are spiritual mothers.
Sorry, this goes beyond my comprehension.
So today, our webinar, we're doing part 2 of human filters. And that's a really amazing topic for me. We're going to break out into rooms and discuss after we watch a brief video. And so that seems to be a bit of our trend lately, is evoking an emotion or an idea and then discussing it in the breakout rooms. We have until 11:30 today because we're doing our Worldview program online. We've done a snippet MIDI version, and that starts at 12. So today and last Sunday, they were only a half an hour, and a couple of you have said, oh, it felt a little rushed. And so we just want to be mindful of coming back to our breath and having a few opportunities during this time together today to do just that. So we can probably even kick that off right now while people are still coming on. Yeah. Thanks for chatting in. Yes, thanks for.
Yeah, so it's probably good wherever you are on the planet. This is the beautiful part, is that you can just acknowledge how you feel currently. And then just breathe a little deeper than you would normally do. A little slower. This is where we get in touch with a deeper part of ourselves, which is actually much more powerful than we think. And while you breathe this way, maybe you can imagine feeling the air flow through your chest, through your heart space. And maybe you can feel an emotion of gratitude or connection to be here together from all around the world. So beautiful that we can do that and keep feeling the airflow. We create coherence, and we're feeding the field. The global field. Which completely is opposite from what we have been taught, that we're insignificant, but we're not, and we know this. It's very courageous, and it's very beautiful to be here because the world needs all of us right now, more than ever. Maybe you can feel that gratitude, this care, maybe even compassion for one another, even though we've never met real time. When you breathe, okay. So most of you close their eyes, which makes sense, but you don't have to. Because even when you, after this half hour, when you go out and meet the world with who you are, you can still choose to be coherent and support other people around you. And you see and experience the world differently. This is what we noticed last time with the music. First of all, Hillary.
Yeah, we never introduce ourselves. You guys, some of you guys come in first time. I wonder who these two are. Yeah, I'm Hillary.
And I'm Dirk. And we both run the Coherence Hotspot platform, a global platform. And we're very grateful for you to be here. So thank you.
So we have all of these filters, and they start when we're growing up. They start in childhood. And then we're affected by our professional lens, who we are at work, and we're affected by our teachers and our coaches and our peers. We're also affected by the gender that we are. So how we have been raised, in what culture we're from. We've spoken about all of these. Our logic, there's a filter that's based in logic, which is really important. We don't really have a moment to go into each one of these on one webinar, and that's why we've split them up. And so the last one, it was music playing and how that evoked a different feeling with the same imagery, and how one could make us feel uptight and stressed out or anxious, and how the next one felt more like a ballet. And people had all these beautiful descriptive words of what that felt like for them.
By the way, I can totally, when you mention these filters, I can totally relate. You know, I emigrated quite a long time ago, and cultural wise, you get into a different world and you think, oh, it was just a filter, profession wise. And so probably everyone can relate in some certain ways, some way to, you know, that a lot of things that we believe are to be true are a filter.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we also have like hurdles and what we think we can't do. And our environment. So our environment sometimes dictates if we go out, if it's too cold, if it's too snowy, if it's too hot, if we don't live near a park, or we have all these things stopping us from doing actually what we could do if we change the way we look at things. And there was a Max Planck back in, I don't know what year, he won the Nobel Prize. And one of his quotes is, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
I'm happy you mentioned it, because Wayne Dyer always gets the credit, but it was Max Planck. It's really good that you.
Yes, and so we're going to show you this video. We've shown you one by Jonna Yinten before. She's lovely. She moved to the north, very top of Sweden, and it's very dark there. She was very depressed. It was very dark and very cold all the time, and she wasn't being creative. So she was finding it really, really difficult to embrace the cold. So rather than run and hide from it and stay in her little cabin with, you know, chopping wood with her fire, she decided to do something different and meet it head on. There's other breathing techniques out there. Wim Hof is one of them. We love it, where he looks at breath and cold exposure. And so she's doing her own thing, and it's become her morning routine. But the key here is it's her breath that allows her to stay in the water. So the focus is completely in the moment. It's mindful. So we're going to show you a video that she's created, and then we're going to go into breakout rooms, and you guys can maybe think of something that is a hurdle in your life, in your environment, that stops you from doing something that you know would be beneficial for you. And so without further ado, you can go ahead and play that. I know that the times are different right now. There's hurdles out there that are stopping us with everything that's happening. So it's actually a perfect example. This is the perfect time to be able to think outside of the box and figure out, what could you do? We can list off all the things we can't do. I've got a list a mile long of all the things I can't do. But if we can look for the things we can do and how that can benefit us, that's what we're trying to look at today.
Yeah, and when you watch the next couple of minutes of video, then just pay attention to what you think, if she has any chance of staying to look through the filters while she's doing what she's doing or not. So, okay, here we go. Okay, that is cool. Before we move on, maybe we go back to our breath briefly. It's the only thing that Jonna could do, and she was doing what she was doing. Just keep feeling that air flow through your chest when you breathe. It's okay if you have a thought, but for now, just pay attention to how you breathe. Maybe you can feel that same connection with nature in your heart. You're out there. So you're quite heart-centered when you do this. You think and you will speak differently when you come from your heart. And that's exactly what we will be doing now in the next couple of minutes. Mm-hmm. Can you remind us again?
So we're going to go into the breakout room, and then we're all going to come back together. And in the breakout room, we're just going to maybe share something that we could add in, or something that we thought was stopping us that we might try. It can be anything. It can be adding in a walk a day because the weather is okay and we can walk outside, or it could be painting, like anything. So if there's something that you are finding in your environment, which I know we're at a point right now where we all could find something that is taxing, many of us anyways, I don't want to speak for everyone, but in this time, something that you could actually take by the horns and try.
So, and those who feel always a little awkward, maybe they want to participate in the breakout rooms. Maybe the ones who don't feel awkward, maybe they just can lead it. And maybe they can say, hey, what do you feel? And we all have a bit of equal airtime that way. And that would be really nice. This is also a part of coming from our hearts and supporting each other. So
you might give someone else an idea as well. If you have something that was simple, but maybe even profound that you're sharing that you might decide to try. Maybe that inspires someone else.
Yeah. All right. We'll break up in rooms of 4 participants.
And then we're all going to come back together.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't go away after this.
No.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hi.
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 Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good to see you.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, how's everybody?
We are fine.
All is good
Good.
here.
We are fine, yeah.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thank you so much. This is the first time for me, to be honest.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being here and good, well, in your case, I think we know everyone here, but really good to see you both, Sebastian. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Paulina.
Paulina.
Oh, yeah.
Paulina.
Yes. Welcome.
And welcome, Bill, and welcome, Deb, and hi, Jay.
Jay. So we let you do some of the talking first because we might go through different rooms.
No problems. Thank you.
Thank you. Who wants to start? What I can say, something I could start doing now, which has been stopping me for a while. Probably many of us, because we live in this crazy times now these days. So actually what I want to say, I already started doing so many things what stopped me before. So for me personally, this quarantine, it's kind of like a personal retreat.
Yeah.
Because I started doing so many things which I was unable to do. So I'm talking about more meditation, going out and spending more time with nature and all of this kind of stuff. So it's just beautiful. But definitely I want to connect myself more with nature. So really, as we all one with nature. So this is my goal. After this call, spend even more time with nature and in nature. Thank you.
It's beautiful. Thank you. And I think I've said it before, but I always say people love to be in nature. But then I say, yeah, of course you want to be in nature because you are nature. And if you're not in nature, you're divorced from yourself.
That's true.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Somebody else wants like to share about this.
Maybe I can say something as well. And before I was rather a person who was staying, inside home and preparing something for, the food, because this is my meditation, part of my meditation, preparing the cooking. I am at the moment more mindfulness, and I'm really present tense what I'm doing, and I send lots of love to the veggie, fruits, and I prepare all of the food with love and light. And even I would like to share this love and light with the people. And yeah, I'm thinking about how to, connect more with the people through the love and light and through the heart. So recently, my intuition is tapping me, Paulina, this is the one language, love and light for all of us. Doesn't matter where are you, what are you doing now? Are you locked down in the small or bigger flat or bigger garden, or you are not allowed to go further, but everything is here inside our heart. So I am so blessed that finally I feel more connected, and I would like to share and spread that connections with the people, with the world. And I am like a girl. I want to go out and shout love and happiness.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. Everybody's smiling. We can see everybody's faces. We're all smiling. Some of us are laughing. Thank you. Anybody else like to share?
I was just going to say, I really relate to what you just said, because I reconnected with a number of groups that I was working with last year. And as I reconnected with them and asked them to join one big group, I realized how much I missed working with the groups and how much those connections meant to me. And since reconnecting, it's been growing quite quickly. We're inviting other people, and we have some people on this call, and it's about love and light. And I really missed being in love and light with the groups that I was working with. So it's nice to be back with everybody again and to be here today.
Thanks, Deb.
I love it when I hear your heart speak, Deb, and it's so beautiful. And this is what I always love about you also, is that when you come from your heart, then you express yourself in beautiful ways. I'm not sure who else would like to share a bit of this and participate.
And also thank you for your support, Deb, and bringing your peeps, your coherent peeps over to us today. Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Thanks for being here so I can.
I don't know what both people, what everybody said so far. I mean, there's more to life than the hustle bustle and the stress that everyday life creates in this quarantine. Hopefully, if anything lasts coming out of this, is the sense of humility and just getting back to who we are and living life and minimize the levels of stress and the hustle bustle. It's kind of, there's way more to life than conflict.
Thanks, Bill. That's pretty profound, actually.
Yeah, I love that you say that, Bill. And we believe you're totally right. Yeah. And I think everyone will agree with you.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I think too, like, because you and Hillary also know me from before, but like before, my life used to be controlled by conflict and anger, and just listening to people, it's there's way more life than just getting pissed off at everything, right? And this quarantine gives you the time and to self-reflect, right?
Yeah.
Completely.
Jay, did you want to say
Yeah.
hey there, hi there?
Hey, how you guys doing today? How's everyone doing?
Good.
Thank you all to share. I'm Jay. I live out here in Maui. I'm in Hawaii. And yeah, I know it's tough. It's really hard here with
Oh,
all
come
the weather,
Hawaii.
the good food that we grow in our gardens. So I'm not going to go down that road. What I'll do is I'll share something. So I was in Kyoto in Japan. I live in Japan and I live here also. And my daughter, my wife, my family are there. So this is a challenge in that sense. But while I was in Kyoto, I had the chance, and Dirk and Hillary, that video is fantastic. This is what kind of triggered that memory for me, is that we got to go do a waterfall ceremony in Kyoto in the mountains in February. And, you know, I have some tattoos, so there's some challenges there in Japan and how they sort of invited me into this group, and then they bring me to the sacred mountain, and then this freezing cold water hits you and you get knocked. You're almost born again is why you practice this, is because you have to find your breath. You have to catch your breath. You have to reacclimate into yourself. So it's really, as a filter, some people use the word quarantine. You can use that. You can also say you're getting back in touch with yourself. That filter, whatever that filter is, whether that's just a daily practice, your meditation, quarantine, whatever that is, I mean, this is a really important reset. It's catching your breath again, so to speak, and what do you really want? So my biggest filter is myself. You know, my biggest filter, my blockage is myself. That's to get my own way, to create all these reasons why I can't be on this call, or I can't be present with this family member, or I can't be. If you can't go out, go in. So we've been using that a lot around here. So it's about going in. And the first place you go, the first thing you do in life, the last thing you do in life is what? Breathe. So it's great to meet new people, share a breath, share a thought, share a moment. And Bill, yes, there's a lot more choices. There's a lot more choices. So great to meet you all. Aloha. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. And fathers who deal with mothers and love mothers, all of us to be here on this call. Thanks to listen. Aloha.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Jay is one of our big supporters as well for Coherence Hotspot. He spends endless time chatting with us, as well as Deb. And so thank you both so much for all that you do to help us along our way, and coming from heart. You both come from heart, and that is so encouraging and helps us keep moving forward. So thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I know you're working hard there too.
Thank you all, and probably it's time to return to the main room.
Yeah, I think so. We have somebody here that is, but they're muted and their screen's not there, so I'm not sure if they're in or out.
Yeah,
so
we can't
we'll come all
read
back
the
to
name, but at least we want to acknowledge everyone who is there, even if you haven't spoken. That we very much value that you're here, and we'll we go back to the main room.
Yeah, so don't go. Welcome back. We're all coming in slowly but surely. So thank you all so much. I'm not sure if everyone got a chance to share in every room. Sometimes we end up with an unassigned participant. So if you were hanging out kind of in no man's land out there in the galaxy somewhere, our apologies. We really try to keep an eye on that and make sure everyone goes in. And so yeah, welcome back. We've all had a chance to watch a pretty powerful video. We had some great sharing in the room that we were in about what that did for them, thoughts and old memories that it brought up and things that are possible, and also things that they've actually already challenged themselves with based on having the time. So thank you all so much.
You can even share it in the chat.
Yeah,
right?
if you wanted to share in the chat, maybe if you had an aha moment or an idea, or even what it felt like to connect. Because oftentimes people are feeling awkward and don't want to share, don't know what to say. And that's me, because I don't love being on camera or facilitating, but I'm doing it every week. So yeah, the more times you come, the more you'll get used to doing that. So we really appreciate when you do share from the heart. It means a lot.
Well, what you say, I just wanted to comment on that, because there are more people who say, I'm a little nervous, I don't like to be on camera, maybe I don't like to share, maybe because I don't speak the English language well. This is all not coming from our hearts. This is worrying from here. When we drop into our heart space, we usually feel that connection, and it's all fine. Whatever you decide that you do, it's all good. We had one in our group that was not like participating in terms of video and audio, but we felt this person included, so it's all good.
Yeah, so maybe we can even take this time to go back into our breath. If you're chatting, we appreciate it, we love it. We have things coming up saying it was a heartfelt group. I really enjoyed the smaller groups, and yes, so we have this opportunity to connect with people and just get little bite-sized pieces of ideas and new filters, maybe new ways of looking at things, which is part of the program that we created, the Mind Your Worldview program. And that is one of the reasons that today will be shorter than normal, because we have those people on the online program that we're working with live. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here.
Yeah. It's always good to connect with the breath. It's not just good, it's needed. And while you breathe, you feel literally the air flow through the area of your heart. Just imagine your heart as lungs you're breathing through. You will create coherence when your presence is there. And I invite you, when you are breathing through this heart space, you truly feel that everything seems to drop away around you. Maybe in that place, that powerful, sacred place, maybe you can feel what it feels like to be connected to all of each other. Even if we don't speak with one another, we're all there. You don't have to try to stay out of your head, but just start feeling that air flow through your heart space. Breathing deeper and feeling your emotions shift. And while I was actually preparing for this, I was listening to one of my favorite people, I won't mention right now, but at least he said, right before this, he says, whatever you bring in your awareness, that will be delivered to you right on time. And it's true.
Yes.
And I'm looking also now at a few people that know that I'm looking at them in a certain way. It's true. So where we bring our awareness, this is what we manifest. This is not some kind of woo-woo. This is part of physics these days. And so we invite you, both Hillary and I, we invite you to stay heart connected and to bring into your heart space the things that you desire, the things that you want to create in this on this planet. With all of us together, we have beautiful hearts. There's no need to doubt that we're anything less.
Maybe you guys can take that forward into this week. We have 7 days until we meet again. Maybe you can anchor this and bring this back in.
Just look at each other. What I always say, if you look in the eyes of coherent people, what else would you wish for? And you feel that connection. Isn't it beautiful? Just keep that as a memory when you go into this day. Maybe anchor that feeling that we're all a piece of this beautiful nature, this beautiful divine. We're really looking forward seeing you next week at 11 again. Might be even a little longer. Who knows?
And we're looking forward to seeing those of you who are on the call at 11. So again, thank you so much.
I'll just maybe you can say bye in maybe just your own language. I can unmute you all.
Salut, à la prochaine.
Au revoir, à bientôt.
Bye. Nice to
Bye.
meet you.
Au revoir. Wiedersehen.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Bye.